Hey guys, R13 here, and today we are here in a random world of mine, and today I am going to be showing you this sand wand. You know, I'm just gonna rename it, because it doesn't really matter. Let's just rename it. Sand staff. Let's call it the staff, because you gotta pretend. It's not a carrot on a stick, it's a staff. So, yeah. Uh, this is not really a one command creation, because, well, I can't really fit all of these command blocks into one command, and with it so far, it's not very good. But it works, and that's all that matters. So I am going to start off here by showing you what it does. So over here, I have these slimes. Here, let's get more test dummies actually. Test dummies. Yay. Okay, so to shoot, it's very simple. You just turn around and you can see, if I go to F5 mode, you can see a bunch of particles spawn around me, and these are small particles of sand. Now, sometimes it lags out, mostly because I'm recording, and also there's a lot of particles. So you just point in the direction that you want. It's not very accurate, but to shoot, you just drop this staff, and that just fires out, and eventually it just vanishes. So here, let's just shoot some of them over there. Like, if you hit it into a group like this, yeah, see, look, it takes out all of them. So it's not very accurate, but it is very deadly in a group situation, like here. Or you could even do something like this. Now this one is like really, it shoots upwards too. Oh, whoops. I just spoiled something else. So if you hold your sand wand, and these guys stop glitching out. Whoops. And if you point it upwards, and you drop it, these red particles come about you, and you're practically invincible. Nothing can hurt you, nothing can shoot you, and you can't take damage. But once, it's like, really quickly, it's like a couple seconds, but it's still good. See, look, you just stand in the middle of a bunch of slimes, and you exterminate them. So that is that ability. Now the very last ability of the sand wand, if I can stop activating it over and over again, is if you turn on the staff, just wait for the particles to come, and you look directly downwards and drop it, it'll launch you into the air. So you can do something like that, and like no scope something, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not that much really, just a small little concept that I created. And I guess I'll come and explain how it works. So over here, we just have a fill clock. Now what this is doing is it's just rapidly placing redstone blocks. Nothing too complicated. Here, I'll show you. If I just do slash say hi, you can see it spams the chat with hi. So yeah, that's what these do. Now these. Okay, so this one up here, it's just the text when I actually drop the carrot on a stick. So they're just scoreboard objectives that test. They're essentially test 4s, but you can do it like this, and it works. Now, all of these blue command blocks, bottom and top, the blue ones just test for in which direction you're looking in. So if we go into F3 mode here, and we just look at these coordinates, if I am, for example, if I'm pointing in this direction, it's going to detect that. and it's going to play particles over there. But when I turn, it is going to place particles wherever I'm looking. This also works for the top, and this also works for the bottom. So let me just, yeah. And whenever I drop the item, these scoreboards are actually detecting whenever I drop the item. This one is actually detecting if there's an arrow in the ground, but we'll get to that later. So after it has all of these red ones are what actually shoot the arrows. See, you can do stuff like that. Shoot some over there. And what it does is it tests for a carrot on a stick that is on the ground. For example, if it stops lagging. Well, yeah, you get what I mean. And if I am looking in a certain direction, so first it's going to test for an entity on the ground that is a carrot on a stick. It's going to execute at a player with this scoreboard objective, which just tests if you actually activated the staff. Now these are just over here. They're just testing for the rotation. And lastly, it just summons an arrow. No biggie. It has a custom name. If I can come here, yeah, it has a custom name SB. Now just remember SB for a bit, and we're gonna move on to even more green stuff. Green command blocks. So the first thing I have here is it is executing at the entity or carrot on a stick on the ground. So let's just give a brief explanation here. Sets the scoreboards for the item on the ground. The blues just set the particles wherever you're standing. The reds shoot the arrow in which direction you're shooting. And here's where we are. So it is going to execute at an item named carrot on a stick on the ground, and it is going to give you a carrot on a stick. And here, if I can find it here. Yeah, and then over here, because command blocks activate from, what is this? West to east. This is going to be activated first, so it's going to give me a command block carrot on a stick first. And then it is going to delete the carrot on a stick that's on the ground. So if you look here very briefly, if I just do this correctly, you can see the carrot I dropped the carrot on a stick, but then I get it back. So yeah, that's what that does. Now let me just explain the arrows really quickly. I know this video's all over, but I'm trying to do this in one take because I really need to do something right now. So here, it is executing at SB, the name of the arrow, and over here, it's just killing all the entities around it. And down here, I have this, which just kills it if it has a sand F scoreboard of minimum 50. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, this over here, it just summons the particles, and that's really all. Then there's just a scoreboard here that's removing 1. It just basically times the arrow, make sure that after 50 ticks, the arrow disappears, or it's gonna be super laggy. So that's pretty much it. For the actual like thing where you're like super invincible and you can do that, it's actually really simple. If I can find it here. I can't find it, but just trust me. That's like the worst thing to say. But basically, how it works is it actually has a scoreboard objective connected to it. And after the number over here, it sets it to 180. And if you're pointing upwards, you activate it, and it sets the scoreboard of Sand E for your player to 180. And that is how many ticks it takes for the invincibility to just die off. So that's how that works. To do it, I'm just doing the same thing like I'm doing down here. Where is it? Yeah, I'm just doing this exact same command. Except I just replaced this with... Uh, uh, yeah, I replaced this with item because there's just a glitch. Anyways, that's basically it. Sorry if this was really, really bad. Oh, I forgot to mention about the jumping one. Just really quickly. This one is just teleporting the player who's pointing downwards 10 blocks into the air. And that's how that works. That's pretty much it. Now, I'm sorry if this was terrible. Just terrible. But I don't really have the time this week. I may add an update video to telling you why in maybe a couple hours or so. Maybe tomorrow, Friday. But other than that, I just telling you that it's really time consuming, and I'm very sorry that this is very, like, bad. Not bad, but like, it's not very, like, organized. I just took this all in one take. So that's oh my gosh. Anyways, that'll be it. So please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And see you in the next episode.